Welcome to Health, Wellbeing and Lifestyle, where professionals in the field inform, educate and inspire the community to be healthier and have a balanced lifestyle. Our first guest today is Lifestyle GP Dr. Avi Charlton, and we will be talking about whether a low-carb diet is the key to weight loss. Welcome, Dr. Avi. It's great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, Stephanie.
So, have you had your own personal experience with a low-carb diet?
Interesting you say that. About a few years ago, I started my own lifestyle change. I wanted to lose some fat. I joined a gym and I participated in an 8-week body transformation challenge. I just did it for fun. My personal trainer prescribed me a diet. I had to follow a spreadsheet with so much protein, so much fat and so much carbohydrates, and turns out that was a low carb diet. After 8 weeks I lost 4 kilos and I was very happy. That's about the fat that I've wanted to lose, and I was so interested in this diet. I dived into the science, I learned a bit, and as a GP I understand what happened to our body. So I learned a bit more, did lots of courses, and I started to use it on my patients. I started to tell my patients that we need to really cut back on carbohydrates if you want to lose weight. The carbohydrates include the sugar, the processed foods, and also the bread, potato, pasta, lots of processed foods that's got sugar in the ingredients. There's actually so many different names of sugar and the marketing try to hide it. It's 56 names of sugar. So you really have to look at the labels and understand what's in the package. So with the low carb diet, we have to really cut back on the carbohydrates and we have to eat much more of meat, eggs, chicken, fish and pork and lamb and veggies. With the vegetables, we need to concentrate on eating above ground vegetables rather than the starchy potatoes, sweet potatoes and pumpkins, all those starchy vegetables. And if we prioritize eating more protein, adding healthy fat to our diet, that is a really low carb diet. We can include a little bit of fruit, especially the berries are low carb fruit, and really stay away from high sugar fruit. If we eat when we're hungry, reducing the amount of snacks that we eat, that will help us to burn our fat that we don't want, and that will help with losing weight. A standard Australian diet or standard American diet is usually 200 to up to 500 grams of carbohydrates a day, especially when you eat cereal and oats and bread and then desserts and sugar and maybe some snacking on some chocolate. So a low carb diet is usually below 50 to 100 gram a day. And there's also variations called ketogenic diet, which is even less, like less than 20 gram of carbohydrates a day. So going on a low carb diet is dramatically reducing your carbohydrate intake, and we can teach our body to not burn the glucose that we eat, and we can start to burn the fat that we want to get rid of. Quite often doing that, we can reduce our bloating, our bowel gets better, and we can reduce our belly fat. We can feel better, feel more energy and feel more vibrant, and we can deal with our day-to-day stresses better.
So with more meat in the diet, I think we sometimes think there'll be an increase in cholesterol levels. Is that the case?
Yeah, a lot of people are worried about eating too much fat, too much meat will increase your total cholesterol. There's actually new science is saying that it's not just the total cholesterol that is of worry. It's more the triglyceride, which is the other part in the cholesterol profile, and the good cholesterol, which is the HDL. So some people have heard that about the ratio. So the ratio between the triglyceride and the HDL is much more important and informed us the risk of heart disease, cardiovascular risk, rather than the total cholesterol. So there's new science saying that inflammation is important about increasing your risk of heart attacks, and the total cholesterol might not be as important, and the bad cholesterol might not be so important either. So we really should look at the whole profile, the whole person, to assess the risk of heart attacks.
I see. Very interesting. And do you have any advice for our viewers for them to embark on this journey now of a low-carb diet? Anything they can start today?
Yeah, absolutely. With changing your lifestyle, changing your diet, it's important for your viewers to follow a program or seek help with a professional that is in tune with dealing with the low-carb diet. They can do it gradually, especially with reducing sugar and processed foods. Nobody should be eating too much sugar and processed foods. It's highly inflammatory, it damages your health, and it's highly addictive. So once you start eating a piece of chocolate, you want to eat more chocolate, more sugars. And the next step is eating more protein, more real food, eggs, chicken, fish, meat. And quite often that will improve their health, improve their nutrition. We can add lots of vegetables, above ground vegetables, staying away from too much starchy vegetables. And we can learn to read food labels. Don't eat too much processed foods and chemicals, numbers. And read the really fine prints of the food labels. And doing that, they can follow a program, learn how to improve their life, and quite often losing weight, and people will feel much more energy. They can think better, feel better in themselves, less bloated, reduce the risk of chronic diseases like metabolic syndrome, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's disease, cancer, inflammation, aches and pains. So adopting a low-carb diet can have tremendous health benefits. Now lots of studies showing that is the case.
Wow, it sounds incredible. Thank you for all of that information.
Thank you.
If you would like to learn more about a low-carb diet for weight loss and Dr. Avi Charlton, please visit her webpage on our website, healthwellbeingandlifestyle.com.au. And after the break, we will be back with another interesting guest and another interesting topic.